On this week's episode of Beer and a Bet, we talk all things Mitch Beer racing. We tackle the trials on Monday, upcoming runners on Saturday, track work whispers, available horses, and of course, the not so famous staking plan. That and much, much more on this week's episode of A Beer and a Bet. Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet. We're back. Beery's back. I've been here all along. Welcome back, Beery.
Yeah, it's nice to be back after being absolutely punished last week. It's nice to know who your friends are in this business. I thought George was outstanding. He was like he went full Switzerland and just wanted to stay in the middle and
Pathetic.
keep the peace. But you managed to waterboard him into letting letting every owner we have that listens to this podcast, so the 14 people that I was at a horse show. Yeah.
Hmm.
What, aren't they fun?
And you came third. That's good.
Aren't they fun? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That was great. There was chickens and horses jumping over things and fairy floss and
Who was a famous Tasmanian that used to chop wood at the Easter show?
oh yeah, he was a
Dave.
big man. Yeah, he was a big man. I don't know. No, David Foster.
David Foster.
Because I always got him confused with that as Cordelia Conman, the other Foster. What was his name? Remember the bloke that was that the Kieran got in trouble? What was his name?
I don't know, but Foster
The other
beer.
Foster.
Foster
Yeah.
beer is
Yeah. And
a
when
bigger
they were
con than
talking
anything.
about that bloke, they spear tackled him on the beach. Remember, he was just walking along and they
Right.
Peter Foster. I reckon
Peter
his name was.
Foster.
Peter Foster, yeah, as Cordelia. Yeah. Yeah. Easily confused.
Easily yeah. Shout out to Dave Foster.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm sure he's still winning Berry Show and wood
not a
chopping
common,
festivals.
not a common last name, Foster. Easily confused.
I had a Foster's over in the UK once, and it was the worst beer I've ever tasted. So we've been
Oh, well,
called.
mate, the UK, you just can't have a beer there. Oh, it's just disgusting what they do. They serve out this flat room temperature piss in like a 2 liter container that you just sip for 4 hours.
Yeah,
It's absolutely pure. I'd actually rather drink water.
it's garbage. Righto. Well, let's kick off the show. Horse of the month for January. How good's that? And of course, that's brought to you by FanFave, FanFave.com.au. FanFave. Get all your merch. And the winner of Horse of the Month for January is
None other. Grey Secret. Grey Secret. I tell you what. Not only did she only broke her maiden, but I have never been happy with a horse that ran second in my life than driving out of Newcastle on Saturday. She was a good thing beat. Nobody's fault. Just she got shuffled back at the wrong time. Hard to make ground. Numbers out of the race astronomical.
it was good.
Astronomical. She will be one of our best horses. I absolutely love her. She's gone to the paddock now. She's come back, and I want to get her up and going. The back end of autumn, up through. I really think she can end up in Queensland for the winter. She's bred to run a trip, and her last 200 of that race was unreal. She's a super, super nice filly. I'm pumped about her.
Can't wait to see her get it to the mile. That'll be something. Might get there a bit quicker next time as well.
As my late great boss Russell Cameron said, they're all Oaks fillies till they're 4.
It's good on Russ. That's very good. Very true. So there you go. Shout out to all the owners in Grey Secret. You will be in the draw for the Horse of the Year. And a big thank you to fanfave.com.au for your support. Get all your gear. Get all your Mitch Beer racing gear. You can get your horse's name printed on your stuff. It'd be better quality than that Temu hat you've
But
got.
don't. But we do, yeah, that's enough out of you. We don't want to see it end up in the wrong places though. The Mitchby Racing merch.
Yeah. Where have
I
we seen it?
I had a staff. Every year we have a different theme for our staff Christmas party, and a couple of years ago we had an op shop theme, and I'm down at St Vinny's in Albury, flicking through the racks. Bang, Mitchby Racing polo and vest double back to back, $4.
$4. So you bought them back?
So I'll tell you what, at least one of the staff had a disgruntled ex-employee that they didn't just cut it up and use it for rags. They thought someone will want this. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about seeing your own merch at the op shop. It was a bit. I'm sure Billabong, Quicksilver, and that don't probably doesn't hit home that hard for them. But it rattled me a little bit.
Do you think you've made it more so? I've seen, a few Tommy Hilfiger pieces along the way. Maybe you've
Absolutely
made
not.
it. No. Oh dear, well, you won't see any of the FanFave merch at the op shop. We'll be wearing that forever. We've got a few runners coming up this weekend. We'll kick off Saturday. We're going to Kembla Grange. Georgie and I went through this race today. Well, you would have done about 24,000 steps today at the sales, just quietly.
Done a few steps. I tell you what,
How's the
it's
knees?
it's a warm joint, that Warwick Farm.
Oh, mate.
Would it kill him? Would it kill? I don't know how a local council can invest in some sort of breeze.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a weather,
big
what
fans.
they can do. But if I was running for council, I would be saying, listen, we've got to invest in some sort of wind type machine.
Yeah,
One of the lowest joints of all time, just still and
so
hot.
bad.
Plant
Imagine
some
playing golf out
fucking
there every day,
trees.
like Liverpool
Plant
or
some
something.
fucking trees. Mate, it is like
Yeah.
still. It's like being in a container and a hot container. No,
Chase, it would
thank
have
you.
been an all-time high. You would have had to dosage up on the Vaseline today.
I had
So
the,
we feel
yeah,
for you.
I had the half skins on under the shorts for sure. I was in trouble. By the time I got to Barnes C, I was hurt.
Old man territories. Kembla Grange on Saturday. Race 2, Hard Knock Life, Galimi, Puzzler. They look to be all going around in that race. It's going to be a tough race with there's a decent horse going around there, All Saints, but they'll get their chance.
No, you can have it. It trialled up. It trialled up very good, but yeah, it's a pretty even race. I think it'll just come down to luck in running. 1,000 meter maiden here, and great for you know 3 horses to walk over here, race for $45,000 for a race that probably shouldn't be worth $45,000. To be fair,
Yeah.
like yeah, so great opportunity for all of them. Hard Knock Life just kicking off. I own 75% of her, so she's got to overcome that hurdle to begin with. But she's a half to Flying Sultan.
Well named.
So she's got to, yeah, bloody oath. But she tried all right the other day. I thought Puzzle tried really good, and I thought Galimi had good excuses. I regret taking him to Cower on debut, but he was in twice over here, and they got called off 2 abandoned meetings in the middle of summer. So out of frustration, we sort of took him to Cower, and probably shouldn't have, but he'll appreciate bigger track where he's trained, and he'll be better for his run. So he's probably the pick of them.
Nice one. That race could fall away as well. About 3 or 4 of those runners are dual accepted, so hopefully they do. Show Pony Race 6. Will she be going around?
I think so. There's a little bit of rain. She trotted up really well today. There's a little bit of rain around Saturday, which would only increase her chances.
Yep.
I was a bit disappointed with her first up run. You cut her a bit of slack.
Yeah.
She was
Probably
first
meet you
up
in the
for a
middle.
long. Yeah, she was first up for a long time. So I think she'll take great benefit from the run. She had a little issue pulling out, which was rectified. So she's open to natural improvement. I thought she could win first up. So I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater off a first up run for sort of 8 months. So I think we'll go again. She's a horse. She doesn't go on a truck or float. We can't travel her, so we've got to take every opportunity that we can here at Kembla because she doesn't like going around. She's a homebody.
Fair enough. I feel a pain. Race 8, Salonius Vegas Dream.
Vegas Dream tried like Winks here the other day, but he does do that over a shorter trip.
Yeah.
So he'll be a rider. I think that Salonius. I just had a look before. He's $51.
He?
He's the best. He's a genuine $8 or $10 chance in that race. His first up run, he had 62
Settle
and a
down,
half
Warren
kilos.
Woodcock.
He'd be game to show his face on Saturday, Warren Woodcock. I'll strip him out. I'll take another 25 of his hats like we did on Gong Day. He'll probably be in town, but I'm not saying it's immoral, but $51 is proper insane. It was a deceptively good little run first up. His first preparation from New Zealand was a disaster, and the horse is back on track. So if he gets a little bit of cover and they run along and they can make ground, He's in the last race, so we're going to know how the track's playing. But if they're winning off speed and getting home, I would say he is more a $10 chance than a $50 chance.
Beautiful. Let's go to Nara. Race four. Mackenzie finds a really, really winnable race. Draws a good gate.
D-Day for him. It was a disaster first up, and he tried really well leading into it. But he's drawn one. He's out to 1400. He's going to get cover. It's his race to go and do something. So, yeah, he could have a big form turnaround, but we've got to. I want to see him do it.
Any prices up for him yet?
Nah, they don't like the bush on a Sunday, mate.
Galimi won't be going around.
No,
Plenty of trials on Monday. Flying Sultan, This Is the Moment, Apollo Mission, Artful Persuasion, and Uncle Barry. Talk me through a couple of those.
Beautiful. Just a great bunch of horses to take to the trials. I reckon between Artful, This Is the Moment, Apollo Mission, and Flying Sultan, they probably won 12, 14 races between them, all last preparation. And they've all come back, spelled well, gone. They'll all step up and be decent midweight horses this time in, and a few of them going to the provincial championships. And yeah, very very upbeat about the trials we have. I thought Uncle Barry was erotic in his work on Tuesday. Not a word I use quite often, but
Wow.
erotic. He sat off Apollo Mission and brained him. So we're pretty happy
He's
with
a maiden
that.
from New Zealand, isn't he?
He is a maiden from New Zealand. Yes, let's
Oh.
not get too carried away. I only said erotic.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got a lot to learn. He's a bit all over the place. He's like a bit of a bull at a gate. We just got to get him to relax a little bit and hit the line. But we
Speaking
like
about
Barry.
the words erotic and New Zealand, when you were over there, did you bump into a semi-famous lady that might have been on Rage back in the early days? Maybe like was it Duran Duran film clip
No,
or
no,
something?
I met the lady. From David Bowie's
David Bowie.
kind of girl
Wow.
film clip. Because
Did you show her your tattoo?
yeah, I did. I got the shirt off in the middle of the restaurant. I had a few Steinlagers, so
You actually did?
yeah, I did. I got the shirt off. Yeah, I showed her my David Bowie tattoo in the middle of the restaurant because she didn't believe me.
That's
Because she didn't
great.
want to. She was a bit coy about it, and she didn't
Yeah.
want to. But John Sargent was telling me about this for years, and I
Yeah.
didn't believe him. And we went to the restaurant, and they're like, "Oh, she's not working tonight." And I was so gutted. And the waiter's like, "Yeah, it's true, but she's not here tonight." I was heartbroken. And then he came over to the table, and he's like, "Oh, actually, she's just popped in."
Oh, no.
And he took me over.
How good's
It was
that?
great. Yeah, I was starstruck.
She was,
And
she
so
was
is she. She's like,
headless.
"Oh, do you do that?" She goes, "Do you do that podcast with that tipster guy in
You
Australia?" I said,
idiot.
"Yeah." So it was an incredible moment. It was an incredible.
She would have loved it, relished it, every bit of it. I'm hearing
Yeah,
Artful Persuasion's come back bigger, better, stronger. I know a couple of these horses have, but let's double click on him for a minute. Is he heading to provincial championship? Is that the goal?
I think so. I think that's a lovely race for him. You know, he's good at the ratings still. He'll get in really well at the weights. I think he's wicked at 1400. He'll probably get a mile this time in though. But yeah, spelled enormous. And I mean, he's a horse. He's only had 9 starts. You know, he's
Mm.
4. He's very lightly rated. And you know, you take out a few of his starts where he's had a genuine excuse on soft tracks and stuff. He's got an awesome record.
Yeah,
Really,
last
really nice.
preparation, he ESP'd $1.90 or something, and it was just raining, and it all went pear shaped.
Yeah, yeah. We just know we just got to keep him away from soft tracks. But yeah, he's a beauty. He's come back a hell of a lot better this time in. So he'll go the next level this time in. As I said to you, he'll be by the end of this preparation, he'll be one of our best horses.
Yep, beautiful. Well, we've already touched on horses that are working well. Track Work Whispers. Uncle Barry takes the cake there, given the word
Yeah.
erotic. Anything else that's working well?
What have we got here? We've had a couple little. Well, the horses heading to the trials have been gone really good. We've been really, really pleased with
I've
how
got
they're
one
going.
for you. Let me do this because I
We
get to
haven't
see the
discussed
data.
this though.
Hey,
Okay, you're right. Go.
November Falls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she tried very well, so we put that on. She's going to go next Friday night. She's going to go to Canterbury right? And there's just like 10 mils forecast every day next week.
So good.
I nearly cried when I saw the. Oh yeah, so she loves the soft track. She'll go to Canterbury next Friday night. Really happy with the way she trotted up today. She had a bit of work this morning, trotted up really good. So
I
no,
had a
we've got
dream
some
about
nice
November
horses.
Falls last night. Would you believe that? How random is that?
Well, I would believe it
How
because
weird is that?
I dream of November Falls as well.
Yeah.
Did it win?
No, let's leave
Oh
it at that.
yeah,
Anyway, it was
great.
good.
Thanks.
Um, yeah. Wow. Looking forward to that. So Friday, next Friday night, that'll be great. Bit of rain around. She'll go very, very well. Straight to the front. What distance? 1550?
No, settle
14?
down. First up, 12.50. She'll just camp off a couple. Got an impeccable first up record. Four first up runs, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and her 2 seconds she's been
Oh,
narrowly beat.
how about the day we hugged the rail at Canberra when they all went the other way?
Yeah.
Still hurts.
20 to 1. Still
Still hurts.
hurts.
Oh, it makes me sick. We don't often plug horses that we've got shares available in, but we will because we've been very, very busy. We sold out Jimmy, we sold out Strassman. We didn't buy anything at the latest English digital sale because, well, we
And
spent
we
hours
like
and hours and hours on it again, but there was nothing to buy. We weren't
well
interested.
that we liked four horses,
Yeah,
and by Tuesday night they'd already reached what we were willing to pay for them.
yeah,
So it's all well and good liking horses, but
yeah,
there still has to be value in them. And just because you pay 80 grand for a tried horse and it wins, a 64 and a 58 at its
yeah.
next 12 starts, it's not a success story.
No, disaster. So we avoided that, but we still have shares available in Harry Angel, which is a cold that everyone would. Is he still a cold or is he gelding now?
He's now a gelding, but he's
He's a
steaming
gelding.
along. He's just come back this prep. He's just started some faster work.
Good morning, everyone. Harry Angel on the outside rail here. He's just cantering off in company. He's about to go 800 evens. Just start some faster work with him, just in even time, just making that progression from slow work to faster work. But he's going along great, guys. Attitude really good, eating up. Riders happy with him, action good, and he'll just do some striding work during the straight. But really happy with him. He's coming along super, and we'll start building from here now that he's stepped up to a bit of faster work. Cheers.
I think him and even this, I think there's still a little bit kick around a big outspeed. He's going to have a jump out next week.
Ooh.
And, you and your data, you and George, your data buddies.
We're nerding it up at the local Japanese, just
Yeah,
talking about
he's
sectionals.
come along really good. His sectional's been great, stride length. As soon as we get this horse to a mile plus, I
Yeah.
think I can't see him not being able to win a couple of races, and that's not going to be too far away either.
Hey guys, here with George, and he's got outspeed. Been in for about 15 days. His third piece of work was excellent. Stable are really, really happy with him. About 3 weeks, George. 3 more weeks.
Yeah, so he'll probably have about 3 more weeks of faster work here at Kembla, and then we'll look to either head to the trials or jump outs with him. Really happy with his work at home. Every bit of faster work that he does, he improves just that little bit extra every time. All reports by the riders are all really happy with him. So really looking forward to getting him to the jump outs or trials, just whichever we can find that suits his program the best. But overall really happy with him.
Beautiful. Yeah, he's doing really well, really settling in well to the environment, and we'll get a plan together once we get into the trials. But it looks like you get out to the mile straight away. It'll kick off there and then progress hopefully out to 2,400 metres in time, but he's doing really well. Beautiful. So Harry Angel, Colt, get involved in him. If you want to get involved in Outspeed, let Steph know, Steph at matchbeerracing.com.au. A little bit left in the price here, a little bit left in the Seamus Award as well. That's about it, though. Classic sale. You're poised to strike. You've been stomping the pavement. So Steph, and George is on his way up as well, just to give it the last tick of approval.
That's it. Yeah,
Have some
no, it's a
sushi.
great sale. A great, great sale. I'm really pumped for it. I want to buy one little smoky sort of cheap horse. There's a couple there I think are going to make sort of sub 40 grand and there's a couple there that we're prepared to have a crack at. But like anything, we've got to find value in them. But Steph and myself and George have probably looked at every horse twice nearly. So we'll get up there. There's a full sister to a horse that we have that I think's very exciting. So we'll have a bit of a crack at her.
Right. How do we get involved? Because this is going to go out Friday morning. The sale
just check
till Sunday.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the social Sunday. We'll put it straight up, and we'll email out straight away. But yeah, I think we've got 5% left in the Seamus Award, 40% left in the process. So the horse we've brought have been super popular, but we're keeping it very light and low this year. We'll probably just buy 2 at Classic, and then that'll nearly do us. So we're keeping our powder dry, and yeah, keep an eye on Sunday.
Beautiful. Good to see that mattress is finally making its way out of the screen as well, which is super. It's just only
I just pushed it. Yeah,
marginally in. If you do want to get involved in any of the purchases at the upcoming sale,
buy a mattress.
Buy a mattress.
Yeah.
Steph at mitchbeerracing.com.au, because they will sell out fast, and if you're not on the list or you're ready to go, you might miss out. We don't want you to miss out. Beery, staking plan. Now, I'm pivoting. Last 2 weeks, I've been kind. I've been looking for some stable horses that are running second on me. I'm going to find a winner, but I'm going to throw it to you first. I'm going to give you $200 because I feel like we go better when we have $200 to spend.
200.
Yep. We got $200.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have 50 each way on Salonius at
$51. Is it?
Yeah.
You probably will be in front if that hits. So
yeah, I'm gonna have 50 each way on Salonius because I think he's going good enough to win, and he just shouldn't be that price. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have 50 each way on him, and probably need to have 100 on another Will.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here. This is good. I was going to ask you about the CF4 stakes. I've spent spent about 8 hours on the race. Talk me through it. What are your thoughts on the race?
Oh, I just think at $4, I like him. I think this is his preparation where he's going to come back and go to another level, and I think he's going to go to that genuine week in, week out Group 1 horse. Like, I feel terrible whenever I tip or like something against Mr. Brightside because I just want him to win. I just really want the horse to win, and I think if you can have 100 on another Will and Mr. Brightside beats it, you almost still win.
Oh, I like that. I like that play. It's like it'd be like the Illawarra Hawks getting to the. Are they Illawarra or Wollongong? Sorry, I should know that.
No, Illawarra Hawks. It's what I do sometimes.
Get into the grand final and backing the other team.
Some trainers that I don't like, when I see one of their horses in, I just have 50 on it. So that way, if it wins, it doesn't hurt.
Speaking of trainers that you may have a lot of money,
I'm going to have a lot of money in my sports bet account for
that. Our man, Will Friedman, we're going to go to Randwick, race 1. Horse number 4, Piraeus. I think it wins this midway, getting around $5. Finally gets to a Randwick mile, rail true, perfect setup for it. You can thank me later, Will, and finally get this horse over the line. I think he still owes me 2 cases of beer as well from last time he potted our horses in the last midway. So we might have to double that bet on his horse there. I agree with you. I thought another Will was the horse to beat. I think that map for Mr. Brightside's a disaster. The horse is first up, getting a bit long in the tooth now.
Mick Gannon following me in on a Group 1 tip. I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
I'm about to half pivot on you though. I think he's got 2 options. He's got to go forward and sit outside leader, and do you want to be that positive first up with a Hong Kong trip and bigger fish to fry? I doubt that. I think Private Life is a horse that could explode. So another Will, Private Life 2 bet play for me.
Good luck.
They'll need it. So there we go. $50 on Piraeus, $50 on another Will, $50 on Private Life. I'm having $50 on a mailbag horse at Caulfield, race 8, number 7, Windstorm at $13. There you go. That's it. A beer and a bet.
Good luck, Dave.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Until
See you next week.